Hello everybody, Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron for the United Kingdom. In the last episode, we continued to work on building up our industrial base and working on trying to get all of our existing divisions fully equipped, which we are making good progress on that. We're also working on improving our technology, that is coming along, and getting prepared for what we know is the coming war. And on that note, we need to start thinking about what it is we're going to need to do as far as, fighting the Second World War. We have several problems. One, we are going to be on a three-front war, essentially. We're going to be fighting in Europe, there's going to be fighting in Africa, and there's going to be fighting in the Pacific. Our holdings in the Pacific are not large, but they are important. Not supply areas. I'm looking for resources. Okay, this is rubber and oil, and this is a huge amount of resources that we need to have protected. So we're going to need to prevent the Japanese from taking them as best we can. Africa, while it doesn't have a lot of resources, is still important. And I think it might be the easiest theater to gain superiority in. We're probably going to want to take out Italy's holdings in Ethiopia and Libya right out of the gate. We're also going to need some sort of defense force over here, and we're going to need to make sure that we protect our own territory against naval invasion. Now, we can do that with our fleets, because we're going to have a way stronger fleet than Germany. So, Germany's naval capacity is not a real concern. Italy has a significant fleet, but I think if we can get the Mediterranean fleet built up, which right now only has a single carrier, the HMS Glorious, and 3 battleships, the Warspite, the Barham, and the Malaya. We probably need some more cruisers in this fleet, so we'll have to see what we can do about that. We have a few decisions we can make. Let's just actually get this thing unpaused and moving. But what I actually want to do is build up some political power, because I need to change to limited conscription. So that we can get our manpower up, so we can actually start building or training more divisions. So we need some sort of home defense force, and I need to send something to Africa. Which I think we're going to be sending our tanks to Africa. What's this? Force attack. Yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff in here. Offensive line. Spearhead. Alright. So let's actually send these guys to the Libyan border. Not draw a front line here. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known to many as the Queen of the Air, has completed a flight around the world together with her navigator Fred Noonan. After a brief scare when the pair temporarily got lost while approaching Howland Island in the Pacific, the flight proceeded without incident, and this morning their Lockheed Electra touched down in Oakland, California. The ceremony is to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart is to be personally congratulated on her feat by the president. So that's a bit of an ahistorical thing. Why can I not draw a front line? Maybe it won't let me while we're not at war. I mean, can I do it like that? Yeah, I can. Not that I want to do that, by the way. Oh, that's right. This is impassable terrain. Ah, yes, okay. There we go. Yeah, because that's the Sahara. There's nothing you can do there. Japan has declared war on Shaanxi. Hold on. Okay, what? A whole bunch of stuff happened all at once. Alright, let's go with this one first. Leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Uncertainty has long reigned in the Soviet Union. While details are scarce, there has been a series of secret trials on the highest level, and both generals and ministers have disappeared from the public eye. The natural assumption is that some great conspiracy has been uncovered within the Communist Party, but no official statement has been made. In addition, the diplomatic reports we have access to indicate that evidence presented at these trials has been far from indisputable. Whatever has been happening, the structure of the Soviet High Command has changed irrevocably. Alright. So now we have the Chinese United Front forms. Chiang Kai-shek and Mao Zedong have, Mao Zedong has issued a joint announcement declaring that they have set aside the differences in the face of Japanese attack. Both sides will observe a strict policy of non-aggression against each other for as long as the war against Japan lasts, and have vowed to do everything in their power to throw back the invader. A number of smaller warlords have also declared their support, putting their forces under the command of Chiang Kai-shek. Whether long-time enemies of the Chinese Civil War will actually work together remains to be seen, and many experts believe that this will do little more than delay the inevitable defeat of China. Alright, so then all these guys join the Chinese United Front. Alright. Japan declares war on China. Now, does that mean that they have a faction? Yes, it means that they have a faction. Alright, so war has started in China. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of Japanese aggression has been reached. The negative fear of the volatiles result. Well, it's already war. Okay, that kind of happened a little bit backwards. Alright, so we appear to have finished our carrier that we were building for the home fleet, which is actually up here in Scapa Flow. So we now have 3 carriers. We need some more cruisers. Probably... We're developing a new class of light cruiser. Right? This is light cruisers? No, those are heavy cruisers. Alright, well... I think for the time being, we'll have to build another carrier. We're going to send it to the Mediterranean Fleet. Which is there. Alright, the Chinese front continues to grow. And there we go, now we can change our conscription. Why does it still say we only have 5,000 manpower? Effective total manpower modified to 75% due to the war to end all wars. Okay, industrial effort. Extra research slot. Go for it. I need to get one more point of army experience.
Come on!
Can I tell these guys to exercise? Plus 0.002 daily. That isn't really going to help. QF 2-pounder. We now have anti-tank guns. It's 37. We can start working on our land doctrine. We're already locked to Grand Battle Plan, which is perfectly fine. We'll just work on that. We need to get those air, land, and sea doctrines done. Now we have some manpower. Okay. Can I train... Alright, let's get these guys trying to train again. Good, we actually have stockpiles now. Jack Campbell falls ill. In his service in the United Kingdom, it seems General Jack Campbell has pushed himself too far as a result of the bad climate in their operational area. Is that this guy? The general is now fallen ill, will likely need some time to recover until he gets well. He will not be performing at his usual level. Okay, unfortunate. Yep, we're starting to ramp up our manpower now. Conscription is starting to take effect. Alright, so now that's not instantaneous manpower, I guess, which makes sense. You can't just instantly overnight conscript a large portion of your population. It takes some time. Motorized divisions. Are we actually building motorized? Hold on, where were they? No, we're not. Do I have motorized? Can be built, yes. $18-pounder. We also need 2-pounder anti-tank guns. I've almost got everybody filled in. We need to ramp up our fighter production. I mean, significantly. Let's send this army down here. Alright, extra research slot is done. Royal Ordnance Factories. Add 2 building slots, military factories, military factories, military factories. Yes, please. And we're working on... Not working on any sea doctrines. Let's see. Subsidiary carrier role. Work on that. Give refuge to Italian scientists. Yes, do that. And I'm thinking about sending... Oh, we just finished Surrey class and the Vickers A1E1 Independent. The county class heavy cruisers. All right, let's cut that down to 1. Switch to 2. Surrey class for the Channel Force. Let's get the Southampton class light cruisers and our King George V class battleships. Just need to get more troops. Anti-air. Towed anti-tank. We have no template. Dispersed fighting. Fire detection plus 20%. Yes. We're still using gladiators. So what I may need to do is quickly secure Africa. And then we'll have to send a force over here before we get involved in war with Japan. Italy announces claims of Yugoslavian territory, speaking to the Italian populations along the Dalmatian coast. Benito Mussolini has announced Italy fully considers Italian-speaking territory in Yugoslavia to be a rightful part of Italy. An official statement backed up the claims, making it clear that Italy is prepared to take the territory by force if need be. And Indian National Congress triumphs in provincial elections. In recent local elections, the Indian National Congress has achieved an overwhelming majority for their platform of slow and ordered transition to local government and dominion status in the future. It appears that Indians have rejected the more radical policies advocated by Gandhi, who had argued for a total break with Britain and absolute home rule as soon as possible. British Raj really does not have a lot of troops at the moment. East Indies Fleet, 3 light cruisers. Can I... Oh, right now I'm not sure I really want to add anti-tank. We just don't have anything produced, and it's only going to complicate training. $464 days. Need some more military factories. Is there anywhere else we could try and put some military factories? Well, they'll be relatively safe. Royal Ordnance Factories? I could probably build a couple here in Jamaica. Alright, get our hurricanes under production. Looks like we need some more oil. Alright, we'll just keep getting that from the US. Alright, what do we want to do for our next focus? General rearmament. More than 10% world tension. Gains national spirit, British austerity, which grants consumer goods factory minus 5%. Home defense. Kind of really need this. What's this? BSA company gains national spirit. Birmingham small arms company, which grants infantry equipment production cost minus 10%. The mod committee. Let's go for general rearmament. Yugoslavian requests sale of airplanes. Realizing a strategic weakness, the Yugoslavian Air Force has initiated a crash program to modernize and expand its forces. Significant money reserves have been set aside to cover the purchase. The Commission is traveling around Europe to look for new sources of fighters and medium bombers. Given the urgency of the issue, the Yugoslavians have insisted on immediate delivery or transfer of planes directly from the producer. Divert fighter production to cover their order. Divert bomber production to cover their order. We can't spare anything. We really can't spare anything. Gains Yugoslavian aircraft purchase with grants consumer goods factory minus 10% for 180 days, or 5%. Gains diverted fighter production, which grants fighter production cost plus 10% for 120 days. I think we're going to go with bomber production. Because then that should free up some of our civilian factories. Actually, hold on. Slight change of plans here. I'm going to ramp up the towed anti-air production. Region-wide industrial integration. What does this do? It just gives an added building slot and Lanark. Not that interested in that. Oh. We need to start filling out the government a bit. Grand battle plan. Go for prepared defense. The other thing I might want to do here is say, let's get some new heavy cruisers for the Mediterranean fleet. We had, what, 3 of them? 3 heavy cruisers. Let's make 3 more.
All in.
206 days. And we'll complete all of our needed anti-aircraft guns. We have completed all of our needed fighters, and we're starting to build up a stockpile. Well, what we're actually starting to do is replace our gladiators with hurricanes. We may need to also do some more carrier fighters and carrier naval bombers, so we can actually outfit our carriers. How goes our training? Training's been halted because we don't have the anti-aircraft guns. Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be, from this point on, the newest bastion of the German Reich. This violates the Versailles Treaty. It does. Alright, so next is going to be the Sudetenland and then the annexation of Czechoslovakia. Alright, we can modify the government. Backroom dealer. We don't really need a lot of this stuff. I mean, military, political power gain would be nice considering we we use a lot more political power, but I want to establish our military staff. Air superiority, close air support. I'm gonna go with air superiority. Alright. We get subsidiary carrier role done next. What about... Okay, we can actually train some tank brigades. General rearmament is done. Can actually add... Okay, yeah, we don't actually have enough equipment to fully get the tanks up and running. Air rearmament. Air experience plus 25. Gets air bases, Northern England air bases, Wales, Scottish Highlands, Lancashire, and West Midlands. We get a bunch of naval dockyards. Now we are going to be wanting to go to war with the USSR, so we need to go this way. Alexandria gets 2 coastal forts and 2 naval bases. Air experience, air experience. Let's see. Fortify the rock. 4 land forts. Secure Iraq. Balkan strategy. Protect Suez. I think we need to do some of this. And some of this. Getting this is going to be nice. But... we're probably going to want some of this first. Mediterranean Bastion. Let's do it. So that's going to fortify Alexandria a little bit. Alright, well, we are at the end of this episode. So we will continue working on this when we come back. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.